Well, hello Aries, this is LadySkarlette. I'm going to do your long read for the beginning of April. And so I'm going to start out with my Mystic Tarot for this one. I'm going to give my little disclaimer that I am a therapist, but this is not a replacement for a therapy session. If you are struggling or know someone that is, I very much suggest finding a therapist. If you are in crisis, 988 is available to call or text 24/7, 365. So, got the moon in reverse. Two of Swords, King of Swords. Death card, Judgment, and Six of Cups. Well, it looks like you have some decisions to make, Aries. Two Paths. That's in your home environment. You also might be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with that King of Swords. Death card is attached to Scorpio. The bottom of the deck, you've got Five of Wands, so it looks like there's some conflict, and there's Six of Pentacles. I mean, there's like a soul contract situation going on. And Seven of Wands, it's like I'm getting like you're putting some armor on ready for battle. I mean, that's kind of heavy. First rattle out of the cage there, Aries. So let's get some clarification with that. With the moon in reverse, it's like you're either intuitively like things are coming to light, or you're finding out some secrets. I get a real spying energy from that. I don't know, just like, I mean, like you see that face there? It's like you're being watched by someone. Like, I just got this image of like somebody you live with like going through your phone. So I don't know if that's happening for you, but I literally just got that image like nothing. And that's not for all of you. That feels kind of specific to a certain number of you, that that there's just like people in your environment that are watching you. Dax, honey, it's okay. My doggy's barking because the dogs in the neighborhood are... As soon as I hit the record button on my screen, by the way, all the dogs in the neighborhood start barking, and which makes my dog bark. So you've got this Two of Swords in your home environment. And again, I'm getting a lot of like you don't have personal space, you know? Like you see this, like she's got her hand on one of the swords, right? And the other sword is behind her. The one she's got her hand on typically is Archangel Michael's sword. You know, so it's the battle of between two different things. And I really feel like for some of you, this is it literally feels like a battle between good and evil. For some of you, I'm not saying that that's the case for all of you. Spiritually, some of you might not be in the more 3D realm. It might just be there's a lot of conflict in your home environment, and you're trying to decide how to handle that. And it's like you want to be able to put the sword down, right? You don't want to have to hold that sword up forever. But you see these birds, right? Like this is why I'm telling you that, like, I feel like this spying energy in your home environment. You see these birds here, like they're really intent upon what she's doing, sitting on that. It looks like a chaise lounge, right? So it's almost like, I'm gonna say this sounds really crass, but it's like somebody's up your butt all the time, just like you can't get any space, and you're feeling a need for some independence and space. And so you might be kind of swordsy right now. You might be like, please leave me the F alone. Like, I'm just getting that, like, get off my ass, you know, that kind of feeling. And so you might be this more cold and calculating, but this is also like investigative, or, there's a lot of things attached to the King of Swords energy. This can be somebody who's, more in their head than their heart, logical thinking, analytical thinking. But I'm getting a real vibe of cutting through some BS from that card. And then, connecting your recent past or current situation, which is that things are definitely coming to light with the moon in reverse. So you have the Death card, which is, attached to Scorpio energy, but more importantly, it is a transformation, right? There's something changing. And, one of the things that I'm noticing about this card that I don't know if I've ever noticed before is there's this kind of person waiting in the background. And, so I'm just, again, feeling like there's something that you're looking towards and it feels out of reach, but you do have Judgment, which is usually a finality of some sort, an end decision. And you're definitely in decision mode with the Two of Swords in your home environment and the King of Swords in your near future. And then you have Six of Cups in your outcome, and that is what I'm talking about. You've got several cards in here talking that really feel very soul contract-ish, right? Like you're in your outcome, you're thinking about something from your past, some important thing from your past. And you see, like she's with this little girl, and there is this sense of joy here. But Six of Cups is also about nostalgia and thinking about things from the past. And Six of Cups a lot of times is a soulmate energy. So let's clarify these cards for you, Aries, starting with the moon. My daughter just popped some popcorn and it's making me hungry. You all have that problem? Like if there's popcorn that's popped, you immediately want to go eat something just from the popcorn smell. All right. Whew. Those cards just jumped out. So Nine of Cups at the bottom. Some of you, I get a real sense that you're drinking to cope. You have the Magician under that with the King of Wands. And so it's like you're stuck in a commitment that you don't want to be in, or you're stuck committed to something that you don't want to be committed to. Knight of Cups underneath that. And so someone is giving you, like, they're giving you love, but it's more friend energy-ish. Maybe there's some, there's like some attraction, but like, I don't know, some of you might be going there, but for a lot of you, you're not going there, and I mean having sex with someone. There's some passion. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, which is the star. So you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius attached to this card. But that's a wish fulfillment. And so there are some things happening. There is a loving partnership with someone. So some of you are absolutely in a soul connection, things coming to light. So this is the Queen of Wands, but it's also the Empress. So it's all the queens in one, but we have the Queen of Wands here, which is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius card. So you're feeling very attractive right now, or you're magnetizing and people are very attracted to you and charming, but you're in your head about a relationship, which doesn't surprise me with this Two of Swords in the home spot and King of Swords coming up and changes. There's some partnership that you've walked away from where you thought somebody was like the one, and it doesn't look like they are necessarily. Or you felt like it was a soulmate partnership, and this person has walked away from you. So let's clarify this Two of Swords. There's a lot of energy coming out, Aries. It's like there's a lot of reciprocal back and forth, like there's a lot of parties around you, and it's like none of them quite know what to do. And a lot of sleepless nights, looks like for you and another person that you're dealing with, which very well could be an Empress or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. clarify this Two of Swords for Aries. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. I'm getting like a golden chalice in the scrying bowl too. I don't know, with like rubies on it. I don't know what that's about. That might be meaningful for somebody in particular. It feels very personal. So Two of Swords, on the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man. Things are in a stalemate, obviously, with someone. Possibly someone that you're living with or near you. It's in your home environment. So it's like things just aren't changing. So there's the Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So stalemate with this person that possibly that you live with, who's could be an air sign. Doesn't have to be, but somebody that can be cold and calculating, or very analytical, very practical. Not practical. What am I thinking? Analytical, data-based, or they try to come across that way. But they also could be very... I get a sense of like there's a lot of conflict. So, Ten of Pentacles, I think that they thought, or you thought, that person could provide a lot of stability financially. Three of Cups, it's like, I feel like there's some third-party situations going on. Now, some of you could be polyamorous, and I'm just picking up a lot of energies based on that. But there just seems to be a lot of conflict, and I remember, I just did the Aries quick love read, and I'm picking up some of those same vibes. Some of you are moving or have moved, or you're moving to calmer waters, and so maybe things are starting to chill with that Queen of Swords and then that King of Swords here. Maybe things are getting better in the relationship, or it seems to be maybe chilling out a little bit, which doesn't surprise me with, Pluto's in Aquarius right now. Mercury is in Taurus, about to go into Gemini, I think. Might have to correct me if I'm wrong there, but Jupiter was also in Pisces, and that might, I don't think it is anymore. It might still be, but anyway, that's a big, slow-moving planet, you all. And so things may have been more loving, or they're getting more calm, and that might be the case until, we get into kind of Gemini season with the way that the planets are moving. Knight of Cups, so it definitely feels like things might be moving towards a more loving space within your home environment, or they've moved from you all getting emotional to you all being more analytical, and so there's less conflict because you're not maybe taking things, maybe you're not reacting the same way. And at the bottom of the deck, I've got Eight of Wands, somebody talking to somebody and they're keeping quiet about it. That's what I said, though. Somebody's like, I just get this, somebody going through somebody's phone or social media or something. Let's clarify the Death card before we move on to the near future placements. I mean, I get like y'all both spy on each other, or there's other people. So the Joker is the Fool in this deck, and that's about, maybe there's some relationship that's unresolved for you. I feel like it's several, and you're wanting to take a leap of faith towards more than one person, it feels like, or maybe you want them to take a leap of faith towards you. It feels very much like you and someone are waiting it out with each other, and that very well could be that person that's in your home environment. But I feel like there might be... It's like everyone you're involved in is in a third-party situation. There's so much going on. There has to be somebody that I'm picking up on that's in a polycule because there's so many people, energy that I'm picking up for you and those around you. So... Eight of Pentacles. You are studying and learning how to do something to take a leap of faith towards someone that you really care about. That's what I'm picking up from the Eight of Pentacles. Now, some of you could be focused on work, but often we don't really necessarily take a leap of faith in work unless we're trying to get a new job. But I don't get a... I mean, it's the Fool card is a 0. It's, the beginning of the major arcana. But let's get a clarifier for Ace of Pentacles and find out a little bit more about that. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Can I get a clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles, please? Thank you. So we've got, yeah, disappointment. You pierce my soul. I'm half agony, half hope. You're torn between a couple of situations, and you are hopeful that you can learn how to come across to someone in a way. Yeah, this someone, 1111, someone that's the 1111 Four of Wands card. Someone gives you completion, or makes you feel more complete, or it's somebody that you can be yourself around. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Sun card, which is Nine of Wands, also in this deck. It is well to have as many holds upon happiness as possible. But, okay. So somebody got put out in the cold, the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you and another person both, because there's a stalemate situation. And the Hierophant is a Taurus card. And then you have the Devil, which is Capricorn. It's also Five of Wands. So there was some, but two fives, I mean, that's change. Change is coming in that relationship. So maybe things are changing for you in that. There is someone, there's so many energies here, Aries. I'm like, who all are you speaking to or not speaking to? I feel like you're in not talking mode to several people at the same time. And you are learning how to fix those situations or do better in those situations. Let's clarify the King of Swords. You really want completion and happiness. Yeah, the Hermit and Nine of Pentacles is very much about being independent. You know, some of you could be recently single or about to be. But it's also about introspection and gaining wisdom. Six of Swords, I mean, I don't know how many ways I could possibly say that a lot of you are becoming single very soon. You're keeping it quiet with the Four of Pentacles, and some of you are saving money to make that happen, and you're waiting until you've got enough money in the bank account to do that. Sun at the bottom of the deck again. Let's clarify this Judgment card and see what's... I mean, because that, you know, that's an ending. Making a decision. And I feel like this decision is a long time coming. Like... Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Can you please clarify Judgment for Aries, please? So, the World, I mean, that's definitely completion of a cycle. And Eight of Wands. So, Eight of Wands is sometimes called the Swiftness card, so it's something happening quick. Now, the Chariot is the fastest moving card in the Tarot deck, but Eight of Wands is it's called Swiftness sometimes. And so, whereas this has been a long time coming to complete this cycle, whatever it is, when it happens, it's like almost anticlimactic because you've been waiting for it for so long. I mean, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is like 5 to 10 years in the making of completion of a cycle where you have repeated a cycle over and over again, and you are about to actually fix that karmic situation. Let's get a card on the Eight of Wands, because that could be communication as well. So communication changes, you know, completion of a cycle where you learn a lesson. So there's the Sun. I mean, it definitely wanted to come out. That's also attributed to Leo. There's your Death card again, attributed to Scorpio, but that's also the Four of Swords in this deck. So some healing. The World, the Sun, Judgment, and Four of Swords tell me that some of you are inheriting spiritual gifts. Your intuition is on point. You're making great decisions. You're leaving some negative stuff in the past. You're completing a karmic cycle. For some of you, that essentially means in 3D that you're cutting out all the bad crap and you are moving on, moving into calmer waters, and really wanting completion. With that Four of Wands there, you're wanting everything to come together and you're working on it. Six of Pentacles, I mean, there's so many things saying you have a soul contract with somebody that you're very attracted to with the Ace of Wands. And there's a Strength card as well, with this, which is attributed to Leo, but, Ace of Wands are the fire signs. So, but the Ace of Wands is also about, it's also about personal power, taking up the magic wand. But in a lot of ways, it's about being passionate about something. Yeah, so King of Pentacles at the bottom, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn card, Wheel of Fortune. You have completed a karmic cycle with someone that was very burdensome to you. And two tens, I mean, tens are, it's the end, but tens are also a one, so they're a beginning. So something has ended and something else has begun for you, Aries. Let's clarify the Six of Cups and the outcome. Tell me about the Six of Cups and the outcome. I mean, for some of you, I feel like you're about to... It doesn't feel new. I feel like you already know who your soulmate is. Maybe you've already met them, but you haven't been able to... You're having thoughts about them. Here's Five of Wands, which is also the Devil card, which is a Capricorn card. Breaking the shackles releases you. Divine timing. What you've worked hard for, you will reap the rewards of. Look at her. She's... shooting that arrow right into bullseye, right? And there's the Ace of Swords at the bottom too. Archangel Michael's Sword of Justice and Truth. So you get justice, Truth comes out. You completed a cycle. Two of Pentacles. Balance. Balancing things. The Devil is about being in shackles, but you're getting freed from that. So I'd like to... Give me a couple more cards to clarify for Aries, please. So the Tower, Six of Wands, that's about victory. And so the Tower, going through a Tower moment, aka big-time drama, big-time... The Tower isn't always bad, though. I mean, it's a victory. Because after the Tower, we get balance, right? Which is, Two of Pentacles, reaping of a reward for completing a karmic cycle. Or, aka, you step away from all the negative attachments and the crappy people in your life and cut out all of the bad, cut out all of your bad habits, and suddenly your life gets better because you start making decisions differently, right? Making better decisions about who you allow around you. And I'm really seeing that for you, Aries. I'm going to clarify with my personal tarot deck over here. So how I clarify with the deck is I'll put some on the top, middle, and then the bottom just to give us an idea of, because I'm really getting a soulmate connection here with someone that you possibly know who it is. I mean, I guess you couldn't have met him with that Ace of Wands there, but I really feel like most of you already know who your soulmate is. And some of you maybe are with them, but it's like there's been a lot of healing that needs to be done. And so there's been a lot of conflict there. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Ooh, that was a lot of cards. I'm not going to take that book. Timing. Timing is off for us. Definitely for some of you, timing was off. Born This Way, Lady Gaga. Freedom. Some of you are definitely moving away from someone. It's about stepping into, personal power, freedom, living your truth, right? Connect to Spirit says. Soul connection. Solar plexus, confidence, the energy powerhouse, personal power, associated with the color yellow, fire and sun, intellect, new beginnings, healing from the past. Let's clarify this middle row. Ooh, you and somebody miss each other. That was pretty strong. You miss someone that your soul connected to. For some of you it's not romantic, but for some of you it definitely is. Soul connections don't have to always be romantic. But, I mean, friends are soulmates too, right? Soul connections, our soul tribe, if you will. There's somebody in your circle that you're missing quite heavily, and it feels reciprocal, like they miss you too. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Thank you. Gave me a book, but I'll take it. Yeah, so you are not, this is the Bang Your Head by Quiet Riot card. You're not doing that anymore, though. You are doing something different. Could be associated with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be a Aries, Pisces cusper too, as well. Third eye chakra, your intuition is on point because you're completing those cycles. Pattern recognition, you might start seeing number patterns or different kinds of patterns and things, behaviors as well, associated with the color indigo. Mental clarity, some Pisces energy there. Imagination. So the fact that we've got 2 Pisces cards here, I mean, tells me that some of you are dealing with the Pisces. You are running the other direction. You are definitely walking away from some negative stuff. Sagittarius energy, the turquoise card. Turquoise is also associated with the throat chakra. Cleansing, calm energy, calms the soul, healing tool, connection to breath, clearing of anxiety and mood swings, rebalancing of the physical body, truth seeking, feng shui. Blackbird by the Beatles. This is a call to action. It's about equanimity, equality. So some of you are with that judgment card, and some of you may have some court stuff going on. This is a good sign that it's also about healing, this card. It's Blackbird by the Beatles, so it says, with a broken wing, a bird can still sing but may need healing before flying to freedom. You've been doing that. You've been healing, and it is giving you a huge sense of independence and autonomy. I attract that which I deserve from the universe. Karma. You're getting good karma, though, Aries. I mean, at the bottom of the deck, your intuition is correct. Listen to it. I wish I could take it back. There was some issue between you and someone that there's that stalemate energy. So I don't know what kind of conflict that was, but listen, you're Aries. First sign of the zodiac. If you want to fix something with someone, I would say don't wait around for them to do it if you really care about them. Let's clarify the outcome, please. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. I mean, that's just my advice. Take it or leave it. I'm just saying, if this person is stubborn, you might be waiting a long time. But you're really wanting truth and justice. All by myself, you might be dealing with a karmic partner. You might also be dealing with a twin flame. You're wanting your soulmate. I think that I said that in your love read. You're wanting your soulmate, or you're moving towards your soulmate, or something like that. Yeah, you want completion. That's why you're doing all this hard work. You want that feeling of forever with someone. You want that soul connection. It's also time for healing, and you are doing that. You're kind of forcing some isolation and introspection with that. You had that Hermit card show up. Okay, I think some of you are dealing both with a karmic partner and a twin flame because there's so many energies around you. And I think that's why you're having a hard time and you're in this stalemate thing because, karmic partners will keep you away from other soul connections and twin flames. They will give you all the reasons to not move away from them, right? Lots of manipulation. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take a chance. Break the shackles. You have the devil over here, which is about breaking the shackles. So I really feel like you're moving towards a lot of freedom in your life. I feel like some of you, this is about having worked for a really long time and you're retiring. I mean, and if you are, congratulations. Because that is like the best rite of passage ever, is to get to retirement and enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? I really feel like that for some of you. I'm not enough for you. I can never give you what you need. You feel like this about someone? I mean, you're the emperor, Aries. No. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, don't get in your head too much about that. So my husband used to say that he felt like he wasn't enough for me, and I told him that you don't get to decide that. I decide who's worthy of me, right? Just like he gets to decide if I'm worthy of him. So if you want to be worthy of someone, be worthy of them. That's all about your own journey, your soul journey, your healing journey. Because when you are healed, you are worth it, right? You are worthy. I Yeah, I don't know if those were right. Let me shuffle and get a few more cards for you, Aries, and the outcome. Man, you keep getting a book drop. Okay. Amethyst all-purpose stone, that's Aquarius energy, so some of you definitely had Aquarius pop up several times. This is an all-purpose stone. Relieves stress and anxiety, purification, connection to spirit, serenity, understanding, trust, and grace. Soul star chakra, soul's destiny, karmic blueprint. I mean, that's come up a couple of times. Divine love, spiritual wisdom, past lives. You definitely, with that Six of Cups at the bottom of this, you definitely have a past life connection with somebody, and it's been a long time. Like, you all have been connected for a long time. And sympathy for the devil. What's confusing you is the nature of my game. Like, somebody also needs to do some inner child work, some shadow work. It's an unmasking of self. But also there's somebody around you who, it's just the nature of their game to mess with people. That's that karmic energy that you have around you. I mean, like, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Humble by Kendrick Lamar card. Like, sit down, bitch, be humble. Somebody around you, like, is really grandiose. I'm going to say that. I think about you often. At times I can't sleep. Yeah, that's that soul connection. Moldavite also, which is basically the tower in my personal deck. You know, it's about major transformation, incredible change, ascension, you know, opening of your heart chakra, rejuvenating your spirit, right? Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, too, at the bottom. I mean, the winter time is over, and you are moving forward, Aries. I get a strong sense that you are stepping into, like, a great time period in your life. I mean, that's the overall energy of the read, is you are leaving behind a lot of toxic stuff. You're healing. You know, for some of you with that shadow work and inner child work, you've got some childhood trauma that you need to resolve, or maybe you have been working on that and resolving it. There is someone that you need to, like, you two need to have a very honest conversation and fix it. You know, I would say with the karmic, that's not going to happen. They're going to continue to mess with you because that's the nature of their game, right? But the soulmate connection that you have with someone, you know, that's something else. And I'm going to get some of my personal oracle for some advice for you, and then we'll get some more oracle cards and some runes for you as well. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Let's get Aries some advice, please. We have a single rose in the scrying bowl. Single rose. No thorns, just a single rose, not bloomed out. It's in a bud. I don't know if that's significant for someone. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can I please get some advice for Aries? Okay. What could I say to you that would be of value, except that you seek too much, that a result of your seeking you cannot find? Some of you are really in your head about something. And, you know, as you are healing, things will become more and more clear to you about what you need to do and what your path is. But be careful not to get in your head too much. And, whoa, that's like way too many. Give me a couple of, okay, one got flipped. Where did that go? I saw it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was seeing things. Maybe I'll find it when I shuffle. Yeah, communication is connection. And remember what I said. There's somebody that you need to communicate with and fix a situation that is a soulmate for you. And it doesn't have to be a romantic soulmate, but it is a soulmate. And some of you, again, some of you know who your person is. You know who that is, and it's like neither one of you are, like, maybe you're both healing, you know? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can I please get some advice for Aries? Okay. Um, do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment. So careful with revenge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, have faith and ascend. And I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4 for a decade. We accept the love we think we deserve. Remember what I said about your worthiness, right? You know, I get a sense for some of you that you're in a relationship where you've accepted that as love, and it's really a karmic situation. Obsession and addictions, that's either you or someone around you. Bipolar or personality disorders. Um, so, some of you are definitely dealing with some really heavy stuff. It may not be your fault what happened, but it is your responsibility to heal. Some of you need to get out in nature with this, plant a tree, grow flowers. Yeah, remember I said it may not be your fault what happened, but it is your responsibility to heal. And I talked about shadow work and inner child work. The good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination. 888 karma. Some of you are definitely in a karmic celebration. Some of you need to celebrate your feminine, stepping into that, divine feminine energy. Okay, let's get a couple more and then we'll move on. We abandon our souls because we are afraid if we don't, others will abandon us. So some of you might have some attachment issues and you're afraid to leave a situation. And that is where that shadow work and inner child work comes in. And it's really important that we do that. Again, this card is really popping out to me. Plant a tree, grow flowers. Some of you definitely need to get outside, do some grounding, maybe gardening. The real universe is always one step beyond logic. That's about balancing our head and our heart, And, yes, sometimes we need to follow our heart and sometimes we need to follow our head. But there's a balancing that comes from gaining that inner wisdom, right? And really becoming a very well-balanced, healed person. And it is when we are healed that we step into better relationships. And we really get those reciprocal relationships, from healing and having relationships with other people who are healed. I'm going to get you some runes. So 3 runes. I don't look at them when I pull them, by the way. They're a surprise to me, like they are for you. So there's Issa. So there's been a freeze on things. But you definitely have some good runes here. Jira and Rido. Things are definitely where they have felt stalled for a while. They are moving forward now. Issa is about a halt in things. It is literally, it means ice, right? So for a long time, things were stalled for you. But Jira, which is the next one, is about reaping the rewards for efforts expended, right? It's the harvest. It's like the 7 of Pentacles in Tarot. And it comes after expenditure of energy and care and after the cessation of activities because you needed to do the healing work, right? This is actually a pretty positive rune cast because after this freeze, things are going to move forward, especially with Rido and the outcome. Events are coming to fruit in their own good time, which is about divine timing. Again, that 7 of Pentacles in Tarot. The delays in question could have been a legal issue of some kind. So such as financing a home, obtaining a divorce. So positive outcome to the dilemma at hand, often utilizing legal help. So remember I said some of you might have legal situations happening where things have been going on for a very, very long time. Many of the failures and problems alluded to in previous runes could be alleviated through a more diligent effort on part of the individual in question. So it's basically saying more diligent effort. Now, some of you, I got a sense that you have been in some chaos for a while. Maybe, and I really feel like you've already done the work. Also, it's a warning to not speak ill of others before all of the relevant facts are known. Let's check out Rido, though. Rido is definitely about movement forward. It can literally mean moving. It could also just mean traveling, but in an outcome position, it might be your journey of the soul, right? You moving into calmer waters. Now is a good time for negotiations, and here we talked about these legal matters. You might be able to negotiate a better outcome for yourself. right? Logical thought and strategy is this time period that you're moving, especially, you had the King of Swords there. Um, in all questions dealing with difference of opinion, there are some problems at present that a comfortable midpoint can be reached. So negotiation using logical thought and strategy. Um, Financially speaking, righto can mean it's the right time to buy or sell, but also you are about to receive some like good messages by phone or letter of unexpected news. You could be of two minds about a problematic situation, feeling that either course could turn out well. But if the situation is ambiguous, be on the lookout. Um, Pay attention to small print. So I always look at the book to make sure I'm not missing anything. That's why I was reading a little bit out of the book. But these runes are really good. It suggests that you're coming out of a time where there was a stalemate into a time of movement forward, especially in legal matters. And if that was a question you had about legal matters, it really looks good for you, Aries, is what I'm seeing. So let's get, these are called, I think they're called like sexy love notes to yourself, but they're just really positive. And so I thought I would pull some of these for advice. I usually do the fairy dust oracle, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. And you all let me know if you prefer the fairy dust oracle or if you like these. These I used in the soul journey readings that I did, and I think they're really cute. So let's get some advice for Aries, please. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Getting a plane in the scrying bowl for some of you. That was a lot of cards. Let's some of you traveling, definitely. Maybe moving a long ways. Woo, okay. Trust your intuition. You got that a few times in your read. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation, walk in the woods, ask yourself what you need, and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer, and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. Slow down. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we won't care about our to-do lists. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait. Slow down now. Accept yourself. Remember I talked about shadow work and inner child work? While there's a time and place for self-improvement, today's focus is on everything that's already great about you. On everything that's already great about you. Let go of who you think you should be and fall madly in love with who you are in this moment. When you accept yourself exactly as you are, you shift from living for tomorrow to appreciating today. Accept yourself, sweetheart, and risk it. Remember, you got that leap of faith, the Fool card. Great things are born from those brave enough to fly, those who are willing to risk failure. Your dreams require action and you're ready to make a move. Remember, you have nothing to lose. Even if you flop, you'll receive valuable insight. So get off your butt and take a leap. Go for it. At the bottom of the deck, you did it. So you have done a lot of healing work, Aries. I can definitely feel that in your read. You have been doing some hard work to reap those rewards. And for some of you, it might be spiritual gifts, but it was more about that you've just been in a lot of chaos and it's really settling out. So it's time to celebrate that. For some of you, so it literally says, hooray, success is here or just around the corner. You've worked hard and your efforts are paying off. Congratulate yourself and truly savor your fantastic victory. Just remember that success comes in cycles, so we can't be at the top of our game 24/7. We succeed, celebrate, rest, renew, and succeed again. Know where you are in this journey. You did it before and you'll do it again and again. It's beautiful. Look, I am really happy for those of you that are going or having gone through or are going through a tower moment where you're getting some rewards, right? You're getting rewards for efforts expended and you're at a really, really great place now. So this was your read, Aries. you know, if it resonated for you, you know, I hope that it did, or that you learned something from it. Um, because it really looks like you've got some great things moving towards you, and I really hope that for you. I want to thank all of my subscribers, all the likes, shares, and sweet comments. I truly appreciate it. This is Lady Scarlet. I'm wishing you well, and I hope to see you again soon.